In the dense Hunsrück forest of Rhineland-Palatinate, near the small town of Morbach, a legend persists, unlike any other in modern Germany. This isn't just another werewolf story drawn from medieval folklore. It is a tale of war, death, guilt, and something that allegedly walked out of the shadows in 1988, decades after the world thought it had left monsters behind. The monster of Morbach is one of the most enduring modern European cryptid legends, a creature seen not in peasant times, but on the perimeter of a Cold War-era NATO airbase by trained military personnel. This is the story of that legend, told through historical records, folklore analysis, psychological context, and unverified but persistent eyewitness accounts. The foundation of the legend, the 1812 account A, the French deserter. According to local oral tradition, the roots of the monster of Morbach trace back to Napoleon's 1812 Russian campaign, when a French soldier, sometimes named Thomas L., is said to have deserted during the retreat and fled west, eventually taking refuge in the Hunsrück forests near Morbach. Upon reaching the area, Thomas allegedly murdered a local farming family to steal food and shelter. According to village legend, the last surviving member of the family, a woman, cursed him, proclaiming, "You will walk the earth as a beast until the blood you spilled is repaid." Locals claimed the deserter was later seen transformed into a wolf-like creature, stalking livestock and vanishing into the fog. B. The Eternal Flame. Out of fear and superstition, locals reportedly built a small shrine, a votive flame kept perpetually lit to prevent the creature's return. For decades, villagers maintained this eternal flame, tucked into the woods near what is now Wuschheim Air Station, a Cold War NATO site. There is no formal record of this flame existing prior to the 20th century, though references to Das Wolfslager, the Wolf's Place, appear in 19th century local church writings. Cold War context, Wuschheim, NATO base, 1970 to 1990. From 1976 to 1990, the United States and NATO operated Wuschheim Air Station, a high-security missile facility located in the Hunsrück forest. It stored nuclear-capable Pershing II missiles and was jointly guarded by U.S. Air Force Security Police and West German Bundeswehr. Wuschheim was a tense, isolated post, operating in extremely rural, heavily wooded terrain. Morale and stress factors. Soldiers reported psychological strain, boredom, and unusual sightings, common in high-stress military posts. Some declassified documents, US DoD and Bundeswehr, show reports of perimeter breaches, strange animal sightings, and equipment interference dating between 1984 to 1989, though none formally reference a monster. The 1988 incident, the modern sighting. A. Reported details. On the night of December 9, 1988, several U.S. Air Force Security Police officers were stationed near the facility's southern fence line. At approximately 0200 hours, they reportedly observed a large bipedal creature approaching the fence line. Descriptions included approximately 7 feet tall, covered in dark, matted fur digitigrade legs, canine style, glowing eyes, reflecting red in the flashlight beams. The creature allegedly stared at the guards, growled, and then retreated into the woods at unnatural speed. All radios reportedly suffered brief static, and infrared sensors along the fence malfunctioned during the event. B. Response and suppression. The guards filed an official report. A brief internal investigation was opened, but no further action was taken. According to unofficial interviews years later, personnel were ordered not to speak about the incident, standard protocol for events deemed unsubstantiated. This event, although never formally acknowledged in base history, sparked renewed interest in the local legend, particularly after the eternal flame had reportedly gone out that same night for the first time in decades, possibly due to weather. Folklore manifestation. Hypothesis. MORBACH's monster may represent a classic revenant myth, a tale built around trauma, war guilt, and the dark forests of Germany's psyche. War always leaves cultural scars, and legends like this are tools for processing collective violence. A murderer cursed during the Napoleonic Wars resonates with a region marked by recurring conflict, especially post-World War II. B. Military psychological projection. The 1988 incident may reflect a mix of sleep deprivation, common in base security rotations, environmental disorientation in dark, wooded terrain, group suggestion, amplified by decades of local lore. These factors, combined with the symbolic eeriness of the extinguished flame, may have created a shared psychological event, a type of group hallucination or hysterical experience, not uncommon in isolated military installations. C. Unknown biological entity. Some cryptid researchers believe the monster of MORBACH may be an undiscovered upright canine species, a relict hominid with wolf-like traits, or, less credibly, a spiritual entity attached to the forest and the curse. However, no physical evidence, tracks, hair, or footage has ever emerged. The flame and the aftermath. Since the 1988 event, the town of MORBACH has relit the flame, which now sits in a small shrine maintained as a tourist site and folkloric curiosity. Despite its kitschy exterior, many locals take it seriously. Interviews conducted between 2004 and 2020 show older residents avoid the forest after dark. Several refuse to speak about the 1988 incident entirely. One local hunter, interviewed anonymously in 2017, claimed to have seen a massive upright shadow with canine ears near the southern woods during a foggy morning patrol in 1999. Cultural legacy, tourism, and media. The legend of the monster of MORBACH has been featured in Destination Truth, Sci-Fi Channel, German Lore, The Forgotten Forest, ARD Documentary, 2009. Dozens of European cryptid forums and YouTube investigations. The flame now draws a steady trickle of visitors, folklorists, thrill-seekers, and veterans retracing old posts. In MORBACH today, many consider the monster a local legend, nothing more. Others, especially those who served at the base, refuse to discount what they saw. Some believe the creature was real, and simply retreated deeper into the woods when the base closed.